Hey guys, I'm excited about this relationship what we have with Crude Coin and what we can do as a partnership between the profits you're making with Crude Coin and how you can translate that into a long-term savings, uh, you know, and create a retirement and specifically an accelerated retirement plan idea and concept that I want to share with you here in just a couple minutes. But if you watch the other video that Jim and I did a while back, we shared some just financial concepts. And if you'll remember this slide that said, that we could potentially give you market-based returns but guarantee it against loss, not to pay tax as it grows, not to pay tax when you pull it out, and have access to the money so it's liquid. Okay? And I showed a graph that has where if we just eliminated the losses in our account over the last 20 years, the difference between, there's $130,000 difference between the two accounts, type of a thing. And so, but there's something that we can do in addition to that to be able to help what I call accelerate your retirement. Meaning, what if there was a way to be able to have a company, and let me just bring this up here, where we could accelerate retirement, meaning that let's say, first of all, you have to kind of build up your reserves, put money in, have money in it. But let's just say you had 50,000. Now this could be 10,000, it could be 5,000, 50. I mean, it doesn't matter as long as there's money in the account. Say it's all sitting in this investment here. Okay, what if there was a scenario where the company that it's with allowed you to borrow against it, kind of like a mortgage on say you had a property that's worth 500,000 or $1 million, whatever. So let's use 500,000, and there was no mortgage on it. You could get a home equity loan or equity line of credit, and at any time you can access that equity in the form of a loan, right? Now, so what if you could do the same thing but in your own retirement account, but utilize it to help accelerate it? Meaning, let's say you said, hey, investment company, can I use my 50,000 to back up a loan from you guys? They say sure, and you request 20,000. Okay, but most of the time when people, this is something that people do in their 401ks and things like that. But usually what they do is they end up being charged an interest rate. I'm just using 5% as a random example, okay? And then they go and they make a purchase, or they pay off a debt, or they buy something, or whatever else. And so then the next month, inside their 401k, they're having to make a payment on this $20,000, type of a thing. And there's only $30,000 now growing in their account. Well, what if you could keep all $50,000 and not have a required payment on it, and still be able to utilize it and make purchases and things like that? Or what if you could take that same money, and once the company gives you that check, you turn around and add it as new money going into your account? So you just increased your account value without having to come up with anything extra out of pocket, right? By 20,000. Now, what does this mean, right? Taking a loan against my own thing, this is the power of it, right? So you're getting, in this example, you're getting charged 5%. Well, 5% on 20,000 is $1,000, okay? But because you took this $20,000 and added it as new money going into your account, let's just say this 70,000 got the same 5%. On paper, you'd say, well, I'm getting charged 5 and I'm only growing at 5, so I'm not making any money. Well, the reality is that's not true, because it's 5% of a larger number. So 5% of 70 is actually 3,500. So you gained 3,500 on this account, but 5% of 20 is only 1,000. So you came out ahead $2,500 on this same kind of thing. But 5%, let's just say you ended up getting 10%. Well, the 70,000 got $7,000 and you only got charged 1,000. Right? So you just made $6,000 on your own loan to yourself. And I know this is kind of confusing, doesn't make sense. There's a lot more to it. that that we got to explain and talk about, etc. But what if you did this year after year after year after year after year? What would be the result? Well, let's do an example here. Here's a traditional investment compared to accelerated retirement. So if someone saved $500 a month for 30 years, that's a total of $180,000 that was contributed. Well, if that $500 a month grew at 7%, so we're not a conservative 7, that would grow over 30 years to 609. If we wanted to take $100,000 a year income from that account, that money would be gone in 8 years with no taxes. With taxes, it'd be gone in 5. Okay? So let's compare this to an accelerated retirement. All right, so for the same $500 a month for 30 years, your same personal contribution of $180. But what if after you built up some money in the account, you started doing what I just told you, taking these loans against it and turning around and putting money in, just like I showed in the previous slide. Now, if we did this and funded it, in this example, funded it for 4 years with the $500 a month, but then we started taking enough out to be able to double the contribution to $1,000. Okay, that would mean that the total contribution over 30 years was $336,000. But remember, only 180 of it was your money. Okay, this might be confusing. Once again, there's more explanation. But that $1,000 a month contribution for 26 years instead of 30, because the first 4 you were just doing your 5, okay, turns into $1 million instead of 609. Okay, and now this $1 million, because you're taking loans against the account instead of withdrawals out of the account, that $100,000 a year income lasts the rest of your life, forever. And it's with the same money out of pocket, right? So this is just a really quick, kind of introduction to this whole idea. There's more to it. You probably have a ton of questions. I'm here to answer those questions, explain this, clarify, all those types of things. But this is the kind of stuff we can do with the Crude coin money that you're making, or even with the existing retirement accounts that you have, or money that you're saving, etc. This is not exclusive to really anything. But if you could get, with the same money out of your pocket, have your money have an income stream last forever versus being gone in less than 10 years, what would you choose, right? Thanks, guys. Look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to our partnership and future relations with Crude coin and all the great people that are investing with Crude coin, and the owners, Ricky and Dub and Jim. Look forward to hearing from you and talking to you in the future.